are you doing? Okay, so we are here Sunday afternoon, little unusual on a Sunday, but we're doing a follow-up to our 3-day sugar shakedown. I want to make sure that everybody got the information that you needed. We're coming to a close here. The last 2 weeks, we've been really trying to watch our sugars, watch where the hidden sugars are, sort of key into our emotions. What are the emotions? Hunger, anger, loneliness, fatigue, tired, thirsty. What else is going on that's sort of triggering the physical desire for not only sugar, right, but snacking in general? And then what does all this sort of snacking and sugar-laden foods, what is it doing to us? What's it doing to our health? It's making the weight come on. It's driving up blood pressure. It's just a lot of bad things. And because it's not a short-term problem, it's a long-term problem. So I did want to share with you, I want to make sure that you guys understand this, that we talked about the hidden sources of sugar. And so if you guys took advantage of the eating plan that I gave you, that was really start to eat a little bit healthier, try to remove some inflammation, which sugar is highly inflammatory. But we see from, this is an example from a client that, look here what they're eating. And then, again, this is before we got too serious with them, right? But mixed berries and strawberries, pulled chicken, a diet Mountain Dew, and more strawberries and blueberries, okay? And what I want you to do is come over here and look at the total calories that they ate. So this is exactly why low-calorie eating doesn't work. This is a perfect example of why low-calorie eating doesn't work. This person on this day only ate 847 calories. If you were part of the Sugar Shakedown Challenge, you know that we want to keep those daily sugar grams every day. We want to keep those under 25. Look where this individual was. Right there, 93 grams of sugar. And the only really, truly bad thing on here is Diet Mountain Dew. And if you're going to look at that, you'll actually look at the sugars are going to be minimal because they slap it as make it diet. So you can see then between the berries and the fruit, this is natural sources of sugar. In even natural sources of sugar, when your body is sensitive to sugar, when the process has been that you've been consuming a lot of sugar for a while, right? Then what's going to happen is your body is really sensitive to sugar. Your body's going to have a much higher insulin level, and therefore we have to worry about insulin resistance, okay? So when I work with folks, yeah, we're going to try to clean up the diet as much as possible. So even a diet Mountain Dew, a diet soda, we're going to get away from that if at all possible. And so that shows, honestly, when I see things like that, it's just it's time. It's time in your life. And it becomes a good challenge away from sugar of what's important. What are your goals? Because I think all of us sort of realize that, you can't lose weight. You can't improve your health and still be eating candy bars, sodas, processed foods, right? But I also, like I said, I wanted you guys to see that looking at what this person had, right? That we're actually going to go back and we're going to make this red because that's just sort of a no-no, right? So we know that. But that had virtually no sugar, very small amount of sugar because it was diet. But the reason folks still get in trouble is fruit, believe it or not. And that's where this comes over to here. And we're going to see 93 grams of sugar. Way too much. I want you to realize what you eat as sugar, it's going straight into your bloodstream, right? It's going into your blood, and there it becomes blood sugar, which is energy circulating around. It's not going to just keep going, folks. It gets so many passes, and then the body needs to clear it out. And if you're not burning that off, if this individual didn't go for a walk of about an hour and a half after eating this much sugar, it's stored as more fat. It's stored as more fat. So we're going to see that sugar is just one component. Sugar is probably one of the more complex components of why folks are gaining weight, why they don't lose weight, because they don't put together. You just look at, apples and pears and berries and, and you look at them as all natural, and nobody has ever delved deep. Nobody has ever done blood work and said to you, hey, you're one that you have a hard time metabolizing sugar. So I want you to really take this to heart, because the sugar component is something that's in your control. It's empowering to you. Other things that we look at is inflammation, how readily your body can detoxify and get rid of toxins, hormonal imbalances, what's going on with your metabolism and your thyroid. So we really go in depth when we get the labs done, and we figure out what is the cause. What's the reason for you that you're struggling to lose the weight, and you think that all sort of weight loss and diet plans are the same. They're just not. Okay. So again, if this once it goes into the blood, if it's not burned off, sorry, it's hard to do this. If it's not burned off, it's stored. And it becomes a vicious cycle again, right? And you go on, because now you're not losing weight. You go on, let me try another diet. Let me try another diet. Let me try another diet. And it's never ending, okay? It's just never ending. So what we want to do is we want to identify what those different causes are. And like I said, sugar is one of them. So discounted price for my weight loss breakthrough program, that is tonight at midnight. I want you to check it out, weightlossbreakthrough.pro, weightlossbreakthrough.pro. It has been a true pleasure getting to work with all you guys, and I hope that you got some really good information. But this is a big one. This is a big one that folks just don't understand. That sugar, a lot of times, and especially folks, especially this time of year, with all the great stuff we got, farmers markets and everything else, it can be, if it's high in carbohydrate, right? Chances are it's going to be turned into sugar in your blood, and then you have the whole mechanism of how it's turning into energy, and if it's not burned, it's being stored as fat. So again, any questions at all, please don't hesitate. Reach out. Okay, reach out. I really want to get your questions answered. But like I said, the deadline for the last discount is tonight. It ends tonight at midnight. There's no more discounts on the program. So I hope that I'll be hanging around this afternoon, but do not hesitate. Go to weightlossbreakthrough.pro, weightlossbreakthrough.pro. Okay. All right, everybody, have a great Sunday afternoon. Enjoy yourself. Watch the sugars. Did you know, let me throw this out. Did you know that while you're sitting here watching a football game, you're going to consume around 1,200 calories? That's the average for a football game. So again, we have a lot of different ways we need to look at how much we're consuming, but our focus was really on sugar. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care. Have a great Sunday afternoon. Bye now.